Right then folks, today we're going to go over the Chairman's Club and the Concierge in general in regards to the various benefits you get as well as the additional purchasable items you get, whether that be virtual items or of course physical items. My name is Jacob, welcome to Shift Studios. So recently, as a result of being a concierge, you now have access to a few additional things. So you get this shirt, you get the bag, you get the key ring, you get this notebook and a pen, which is all well and good. Now, concierge members had early access to the Talon, 24-hour early access. So that was all well and good. If we go into this tab, and so here we are. If we scroll down here, you initially had access to both variants and all these nice little pictures and all that good stuff. And then this is how that looked pretty much. I've shown the prices of the Talon before, but this is pretty much how that looked. The main reason, however, I wanted to come down here is because of the Chairman's Club offer for alien packs. Now these look a little bit like this. So the complete pack had both Talons, the Prowler, the Defender, the Nox Q, the Cartoal, the Glaive, the Blade, the Santok, we'll call it, and the Merchantman. All very capable ships in most areas. I mean, you've got a hauler, you've got a ship, you've got two other Vandal ships, a very capable, very agile Cartoal, Nox Qs, the Defender, which I quite like when it's not quite so overpowered. The Prowler is awesome, just in its own way. And then the two Talons just look amazing. So that's all well and good. The other complete pack here is just the regular one rather than the War Bond. So that's all well and good. Now that's that in this area in regards to Concierge. And now this area. So this area refers now to the various advantages. So as a result of being concierge, you get first wave PTU, you get expedited customer service, apparently. I've not used it myself, but you get that. You get concierge-only forums and chat groups. And then, of course, as I was referring to just before, concierge-only digital packages and Chairman Club branded physical merchandise, which is all well and good. And this is when I got my High Admiral. Now, the in-game rewards refer to you get this Jacopo top hat and monocle, which I've not actually been able to put on, but I think that might be because I've had like helmets on and stuff, maybe, I'm not sure. You get some whiskey, 3-year-old whiskey, sure, okay. You get this gold looking pistol, the Arclight 2, which looks kind of cool. Now this is of course just for the High Admiral. There are a number of other rewards for the next levels, which currently doesn't show me here. Well, actually, with Grand Admiral, you get a K&W Arrowhead Sniper Rifle in gold, which looks kind of cool for sure. And it's got the previous ranks one there. And now this is the merchandise from before. Of course, if you're a subscriber, you get 10% off those anyway. There are a few of the other Chairman Club's digital stuff here, which we're going to go through later on. Now, I've had to come to the knowledge base in regards to finding out the rest of the rewards, because I don't know them off the top of my head. Of course, for the Grand Admiral, as we established before, you get the executive edition of that rifle. Obviously, there's not pictures here, which is annoying. You get the Venture Explorer suit edition when you get to Space Admiral. I believe that's the gold suit, if I recall. And then for the Wing Commander, I wonder where they get that name from. That is for, you get the F8C Lightning, which is, as far as I know, pretty much just a gold F7, if I recall correctly. Could be wrong. And now further on, oh no, sorry, this is the standard one, the next one is the gold one. Here you also get the Havoc Scatterguns Sharkmouth edition, which I'm not entirely sure what that is off the top of my head. That's what you get. And then for the last one, the Legatus Navium, we'll call it, you get the gold 600i, which is kind of useless, in my opinion, just because it is a 600i. But, you know, that's an opinion-based thing, so it's all well and good. Now, in regards to the packages, we're going to go from cheapest to most expensive. Now, I don't have the Legatus pack option because I haven't spent $10,000. I've only spent 1,000 and a bit more. I'm not going to go into numbers, but whatever. That's the amount I've spent. So if we go into the Entrepreneur pack, you get the Prospector, the Vulcan, the Vulture, the Hullbee, and the Rover. Now, to me, I don't like the appearance of a pack without any attack ships at all. So, I mean, you've got Prospector, a Vulcan, which are just industry based. The Vulture is, I believe that's the, what's it do now? This is the salvaging ship, if I recall correctly. Hullbee is, of course, the hauler. That's 385 SCU. And the Rover is just the Rover, we'll call it. Moving on. The next one is the Scoundrel pack. Now, I quite like this one, and I actually have this pack. It's like a decent all-rounder. I mean, you've got a Caterpillar, which is the best trader. You get the upcoming Star Runner. You get the Cutlass Black, which is just good for most things. The Hawk, which is a bit, meh, okay, well, I got a fire, so sure. And then you have basically what I see as just 2 LTI tokens. So make them into whatever you want. But of course, the thing with upgrading this, the thing with upgrading individual ships in here is that I believe what happens is if you melt the package, you will get the value of the upgraded ships if you've upgraded them. But of course, you're going to lose it at that point. So if you're confident that you're going to stay using this particular pack, then sure, you may as well upgrade ships in the pack. But if you're going to move on to different packs later, which I intend to, I mean, I know what my end game pack is going to be, which I'll get to later, but, you know, choose wisely as to whether you want to upgrade a ship in one of the packs. All of the Concierge packs have 20,000 starting UEC and have both LTI and the Squadron 42 pledge in them, as well as obviously the standard Star Citizen pledge. Moving forward, the Verge Pack, or the Verse Pack, rather. This, I'm not sure what I think about this pack. I mean, it's kind of good. It has 3-4 of the starter ships in it, which I'm not sure what I think about having 4 different starter ships in it. I mean, 1 is enough, in my opinion. You then get the mini hauler, which is kind of useless in my opinion. You get the Cutty Black, which is a cool ship. You get the Hornet, which is a cool ship. You get the Freelancer, which is just all around pretty decent. The Andromeda, which is a bit, yeah, it's okay. It has guns, has a few shield holes, whatever. They're going to fix that, apparently. And then you get an LTI token. You could argue that these 3 starships are LTI tokens as well, so that's all well and good. But of course, yet again, are you going to stay on using this package or not, is the question. Moving forward, now this pack, this UE Exploration 2950, you can see this anywhere, so I'm not going to go over that one. Now the Escort pack, I do quite like this pack, but there's no industrial stuff in here, which is fine. There's a different pack for that kind of area, so to speak. Now the Hammerhead's a really good ship. It's a lot of fun for like a really small org of like 15 or 20 people. You know, you get a few ships, you get this central sort of Hammerhead, and this would be quite good for like a 15-20 man org or something. You've got, you know, 6 or 7 people can get into the Hammerhead. You've got 1 for the Saber, a couple people for the Defender, 1 for the Hornet, the Gladius, you know, maybe 10-15 people. It'd be quite cool to base a pack around a 15-man org for this. I kind of rate it. Moving on, we have the Interceptor Pack. Now, I don't like this pack. I just see it as a great big amount of LTI tokens, honestly. I mean, there's a few ships in here you'd keep, so like the Andromeda, the Max, the Rover, Dragonfly. But there's a lot of these, like these Reliance, I just wouldn't keep these. I most certainly wouldn't keep all of these starships. I mean, you've got like good 6 or 7 LTI tokens here, at least, if not more. But that's kind of your own opinion as to what you define as an LTI token. And of course, I haven't mentioned what an LTI token is. Essentially, an LTI token is a really crap ship that you can just upgrade to whatever you want later on. Moving on, the Company Pack. Now, This is okay. The only problem I have with this is only 2 of these 5 ships actually exist in game. You do have loaners for these ships, of course. I'm not going to go through those right now, but you've got essentially you get decent value out of the loaner ships as compared to the actual price of the actual ship itself. So a good example would be the Talon loaner is the Gargoyle, which is $170, whereas the Talon is $90. So that's quite a good loan. Moving on, you have the Tycoon Pack next. Now this is very much an industrial pack entirely. So you got the Prospector, the Vulcan, the Vulture, the Whole Sea, which is good. The Rover, the Orion, the Reclaimer, the Starfarer, the Starliner, and the Crucible. There's virtually little to no defendable attacking ships in here. Maybe the Reclaimer has some defenses on stuff. The Starfarer, not so much. We don't know about the Starliner, or I don't off the top of my head. That's all well and good. Now onto the Perfectus pack. You've got a bunch of starter ships in here. I would maybe keep the 325. Stalker, sure. Titan, probably an LTI upgrade. Not all that bad. You've got the Freelancers, the Max and the Standard. More start ships. Saber, Gladiator, Durr, Terrapin, Cuddy Black, Caterpillar. This isn't bad. A lot of this I would consider as LTI tokens, in fairness. Moving on, the next one. That was Warbond, that was non-Warbond. The next one is going to be the Convoy. Now this is probably my end game. The Convoy pack. The reason being you've got the Hull D. You got the Merchantman. You got the Starlifter that's coming towards the end of the year. The Cat, you got the Starfarer, the Vulcan, the first appearance of the Apollo. You got the Max, you got the first appearance of the 100i. Of course, some of the previous packs we've been mentioning have the first appearances of some of the ships as well. You got the Renegade, which is the EMP, if I recall. You still got the Hammerhead, the Terrapin, the Saber, the Defender. I'd rate the Defender. And Super Hornet and the Gladius. This is a good all-around pack of money-making ships as well as protecting those ships. So I do rate this pack. This has been quite well put together, in my opinion. Moving on, the next one is the Dominus. Now this sees the first appearance of an actual capital ship, the Idris P frigate. You get the Endeavour here, the first appearance of that. You get the Gemini, the Hammerhead, the Redeemer, if they ever decide to launch it. Hull C, that's a bit of a downgrade, but I mean, whatever, that's fine. You get a couple of bombers, the Warden, the Harbinger, Vulcan, Cuddy Blue, the Miss, which is the combat variant of the Freelancer. Yeah, you get possibly a few LTI tokens in here as well mixed in, which is not bad. You could argue that there wasn't very many LTI tokens in the Convoy. Maybe there was a couple, but other than that. The next one is going to be Prietorian, we'll call it, something like that. Now, this features the 890 jump, the Idris M, the Idris M is actually quite an impressive ship. You can't obtain this anymore at all. This was an original backer one, and you could buy it for like $1,000. So it's an in-game tradable ship. It's very much used for scamming people, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to sell my Idris M for less than melt price." It's a scam if anyone ever tells you that. Anyway, that's a different story. So the 890 jump, that's a cool ship. It's pretty much the executive kind of ship, and it's probably going to be the biggest that there is. Now, the interesting thing is a lot of orgs will use this as like a board meeting ship, and they'll fly around in it and have a board meeting while actually still having the meeting in Discord, but whatever. And you, of course, have the Idris M sitting around protecting it with the Polaris there to pretty much nuke anything. Hammerhead chilling around. Prowler. Have the Prowler escort people and take people to and from elsewhere and whatever. Carrack. First appearance of the Carrack. Yeah, this is a decent all-around pack. You've got a mixture of everything, and I'm sure there's some LTI tokens in here somewhere. Other than that, that is everything. Now, there is a spreadsheet of which I'm going to link in the description and pin it in a comment. Here, essentially, you've got a list of all the ships in all the packages, including the Legatus pack. This also shows the discount in which you'd get from these particular packs. Now, the benefit in this is, of course, you don't have to refer to this video every single time. You can just have a look at the spreadsheet, so definitely have a look at the spreadsheet. It'll show you how much of a, like I said, the discount buying the pack is over actually buying the ships individually, which is definitely beneficial. Other than that, today's sponsor for the video is the like button, so you should definitely hit the like button. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and that'll be it for today. So, thank you, and goodbye for now.